This is it, everybody. The end of an era. ESL Cups. This is the last one for Europe. Happy is, of course, the ultimate dominator. But for the first time, he will be challenged by a Korean on even ping. Both are in Sweden, both on the same hotel, and both are fighting for $100 in this best of 5. Happy has been defeated before by Foggy and by Lawlight. But will he reign forever is the question. He's reigning for 3 months here since August. August was also the last time that Chaemiko was defeated by an undead. Happy won this thing 82 times. Will he make it 83 or will he fall to a Korean? We have never been conquered here, as we said before. But yeah, it might very well be today if Chaemiko brings his absolute A-game. But to be fair, the stats are not looking that great for Chaemiko. 0-10 in matches and 1-17 in maps. That is not a great track record, but it's been forever since they played each other. Since 2019, 2 years ago. And now, same conditions. Epic last ESL Cup Grand Final. First to 5? First to 3, actually. In a best of 5. We start on Concealed Hill. Upper right hand side is the Emperor. Will he be the ever reigning Emperor? Or will Korea reign supreme? We have Chaemiko in the bottom left hand side for both of them. It's of course a big statement. In what shape are they? Prior to DreamHack, everybody is practicing as much as they probably never did before, because from Thursday on, it's about $130,000 at the DreamHack Global Finals. The winner takes $50,000. It's been a while since humans were winning a big tournament. Chaemiko is their big hope. Chaemiko in a group with Axelord, with Hitman, with Lucy. In what shape is he? Happy on the other side, Group D, alongside Cruncher and Suck and Soin. So for Suck and Cruncher, pretty interesting game tape to study. We have, of course, the tech on Happy's side. We have the normal creeping here. But Chaemiko, what's his game plan? He's not getting level 2 prevented. Starts off with the Ring of Protection, Cloak of Shadows. Is it an expansion or will he try to play it 1 base? Acolyte, will he be killed? He will. Not stealing anything. Extra XP for the Archmage. Not the worst opening I've ever seen, but the stressful times have yet to come when the DK is rushing over. Interesting militia creep route, or path, actually. What can they do? How heavy will this harass be? Circlet. Again, we see this time and time and time again. Happy likes to pimp his heroes, and that's a little bit of extra mana. Who's gonna get the last hits? 204 experience for Happy here. How many peasants go down? How many footies go down? Who gets the big boss Overseer? And we've seen Happy kill this with skeletons and acolytes, and here he has to invest a coil, tank a lot of damage, but that prevents level 3 for now. Gets a nice little worker here as well, but takes a bit of damage. Unholy Aura, of course, will regen this up over time. More skeletons here too, which will not be level 3. As you can see, 12 XP per skeleton, but Chaemiko defends this pretty well. This is one of the hardest early game expos in the entire map pool. And this was 1 peasant lost so far. But as I said, not level 3. Happy creeping up on the footman, but has to retreat. Does he? He has no coils anymore. Oh. And I think we got another big sub bomb here. Let me take a look. Linfra, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs for the 2nd time today. Incredible. Much love. Also, Cauterizim for the 8-month resub. Thanks, homies! Our big pleasure. So, relatively easy to get level 3 now. Send it to the right-hand side to stay safe, to be able to react to Happy, but he's taking a different approach. A slower approach, actually. But he's on tier 2, he's waiting for the statues, waiting for the Lich, Not queuing tier 3 just yet. Let me shut down something real quick. Hopefully this stabilizes the stream. Okay, Archmage's trying to be aggressive, trying to disrupt the DK to keep him on level 2, which is a very, very tough task. But if you keep him busy in the north, he's not in the south, and then you're not suffering at your economy. Interesting that CH turns out to be Chaemiko's pick when it's that hard. Now we got Nova ready and maybe a little misposition. One footy dead through the Nova. Nice blocks by Happy, one of the big favorites for the biggest Warcraft tournament of all time. Gloves already passed over. Ring on the DK is just excellent. As yeah, he stole the item. Didn't mention this yet. He did steal the item from Chaemiko. The ring, of course, very good in combination with the Unholy Aura. Footman. Ships in the night. Will they distract enough? Not really. Happy not teching. But what to do now? Second Rex during the tier 2 tech. And no blacksmith yet. Happy trying to do some damage. And thus far, it's looking okay. As long as the arcane is up, the skeletons don't do too much. Quick repair. And he deals with the skeletons really well. Defend is finished too. That's the next power spike, really. When the fiends don't kind of one-shot the footies anymore. And the towers don't do too much to you. Happy scouts this double Rex play. Wait, what's that? Ah, the second Rex is here. So, of course, he knows, as he was right there. And it's only the Archmage here. He's trying to force Happy back. Oh, repair won't work out. Damage of the Fiends too big. But it has to force a coil. That's the last one. Statue is here to give him a little more. And the Archmage... Okay, DK getting burned, so no coil. Maybe a little too aggressive, this positioning. But if Happy brute forces through this barracks, might be real hard to gather an army. But okay, he will finish this. It doesn't matter the cost. Blacksmith only now, though. So it's gonna be Footman for a long time. Castle Tech is finished. Doesn't have the necessary resources yet. The lumber is very, very low thanks to all the power building, thanks to all the repair. Probably been a long day for both of them. Chaemiko maybe still a bit jet-lagged. And okay, trying to close as many programs as possible. Not too sure why this is lagging now. It isn't on my end. I got 0 dropped frames. But yeah, Chaemiko trying to hold on. The Footmen weren't able to do too much, and Happy with this his abnormal aggression is a freaking beast. But yeah, more towers. Mountain King is coming. That's usually the savior against these fiends. But Happy's tech is finished. He can go for the Dark Ranger, can grab the orb and continue this pressure. Can also go for the Pit Lord, trying to break this base. But it's an entire tech behind. Will rifle production finally start? Is Rifleman the answer for Chaemiko against this play? The first time in 2 years here that Happy is facing a Korean on even footing, on even conditions. Going for the Stormbolt. Archmage gotta be careful. Has a potion. Nice heads up play. I hope the block by Chaemiko. Micro always been his strong suit, and very interesting approach by Chaemiko to go that aggressively for this Lich, but the DK regenning a little bit of mana. Frostborn hungers. He's of course super fast. This should be a town portal very, very, very soon. He's trying to stall as much time as possible. The Mountain King leaving behind. That's a TP right here, trying to get the kill. Didn't. And so this MK is still on 0 XP. crazy. That's not much. And here comes the Pit Lord, and this is the happy patented death push. Off we go. And there's no arcane anymore. That was Happy's preparation all along to get rid of that mana stealing tower, and now everything is hurt. Here, Archmage falls this game. And this is pretty dominant. Yep. There you go. Concealed Happy victory in, what was it, 10 minutes. 10 minutes only. Whew, someone not ready for this, I guess. I'm trying to stabilize this for you, everybody. It's such a narrow matchup. Every single misstep. F? Oh, Jesus. Maybe it switched. That would be a bummer. Sorry about that. I'm trying. I did everything in my might. Closed all the programs that are necessary. Usually that should be fine. But yeah, maybe it's on Twitch's end as I'm not dropping frames. Anyway, let's go for this second map. Can Chaemiko strike back this Tidehunters? This is of course one of the easiest human expos. And Chaemiko has to fight back, and this is Happy's map. It's on Twitch's side. Guys, this is so unfortunate. Okay. We'll just continue this if nothing's happening. As we got Happy in the bottom right with a 1-0 lead, 2 maps away from the last ever ESL Weekly Cup Championship. His 83rd in 95 cups. A surreal statistic. But Chaemiko, game 1 wasn't really his. The defense was nice, but I know. This double racks, not going into tier 3. He never had another unit than Footman, right? And it's again DK Fast Fiends. Everybody knows this. Everybody in the world, and his mother and his brother and his dog knows that this is gonna be it. Oh, ooh, I thought for a second he's trapped. Oh, welcome to Europe, you say? Yeah. And this is just the Happy aggression. Ready or not, here I come. He doesn't mind. That's quite a bit of damage on the DK already. And the ghouls are hurt too. Maybe the Sea Giant was spinning a little bit. Not too sure. Chaemiko once again trying to go for the counter. Oh, for the expansion. What's Happy's play? He's a little short on lumber at the moment. And that is a little bit of a delayed tech as well. But here we go. Upgrades the Ziggurat to be ready as he saw. Okay, Chaemiko, you seem to be pretty aggressive. That steal on the Null Overseer, of course, was ruining the game. And the item was gone, and level 3 was gone. Necessity. Here, Is a marketplace. We got a claws and a circlet. Happy? Something available for you? Claws and gloves. What are you going for? Double claws on the Emperor. Seems okay now? Alright. So, Chaemiko's approach seems to be very aggressive with footmen. I'm really curious if this was just a desperation play because he lost the big Null Overseer, or if that's what he does. Mantle, this Lich is already a beast. But Chaemiko is creeping quite well. We'll get to level 3 in no time. What's it? Boots? Staff? Staff, okay. And this is again, lots of pressure, roaming with the Archmage, multitasking, multi-screen action, and he stays home with the Footmen. They're all a little poisoned, they're all a little banged up, they're a little bruised, but the DK, look at him. He's not fine either. Now, of course, the Archmage is missing. It would love to have him there for some range fireball shots, but Footmen are taking some pressure on him. Archmage is doing the same. So all he has to deal with, quote unquote, is Happy skeletons. Of course, still a weapon of mass destruction in the hands of Happy. But at the same time, Happy is pushing Chaemiko away from his base to tech freely. But he seems a little scared, to be honest. With that Narub tower. Well, scared. He seems to think that Chaemiko is once again going for a rather aggressive approach. And so far he's very right. So far he's very, very right. Again, trying to delay the level 3 DK. This time the Archmage is a lot healthier than this.
A player's forces are under attack.
And now come the Footmen. Liches. This is so different. This is so different from how the Europeans play. By being as passive as possible, to let Happy come to you, to try to, like, just hold. And Chaemiko is zoning out Happy with just an Archmage. And I gotta say, pretty impressed. Since the question came up in chat, they're not playing from a laptop. DreamHack gives them computers to practice on in the hotel room. Archmage got level 3, but apart from that, not too much. Lich is now already plus 13. Like, the game has started plus 13. Boom. Great. But this game is so much better for Chaemiko. Towers up. Tier 2 started. There's a Footman he kind of forgot about, I guess. But the Archmage is not in danger of getting Coil Nova or something. Not really. Or at least shouldn't be. He has a staff. Oh, actually, this might be a town portal. Lich is reaching around. How do you get out? I don't think you can staff anymore. It looks very risky. Oh, Coil Nova. Wow! Chaemiko knew this precisely and is in grief danger. What a mad lad. Staffing onto Happy's side. He finally found an opening. He's getting Happy into defense mode, into ultra defense mode. All acolytes away from the gold mine. Crazy. We have defend ready as well. It's once again double rags. Attack on the Acolyte as well, but of course this Archmage has to go ASAP. He's probably just going for one more attack. Has to stay out of range, has to stay out of range. Can't afford this Archmage loss. Not this one mistake. He was playing an incredible game thus far. But it's always the same. Foggy playing amazing games. Dice playing amazing games. Hawk playing amazing games. And then there's one mistake. Ooh, DK is getting kinda close. But of course, Coil has some traveling distance. Potion before, not even using the TP. And now Expo fortified.
Player's forces are under attack.
Thank you, Inglorious Staffords. Mountain King almost out. And Happy just got level 3. Turtle, if he steals this, would be huge. But Happy will not allow this. Never, ever, ever, ever. This is something I've never seen, really. Happy just being controlled by an Archmage. Pearl Nova. Finally some pressure on the Archmage. Oh, he's trying to staff again! Wow! How is he doing this? Potion on the Archmage. He's back in fine-ish health. And he's trying to disrupt the Echo, but the tier 3 tech is finished. He can't really get the ghouls out because Happy micros them to the side. Mountain King found in the middle and he's just dead. Like that. Coil Nova. But he's back in no time. That shouldn't be a big issue. Chaemiko probably saw this. He had no TP, he had no potion. He was caught. All calculated-ish, I guess. Dude, the Chaemiko plays are already pretty insane. Lich has no mana. Lich has frost armor, so can't eat anything. And the supply is even. This is the most aggressive human versus undead play that I've seen in years. He might lose all the footmen here, but this is kind of what a lot of people say when in casts you hear you gotta use your footmen and get value out of them. This is insane. Happy is of course farming these footmen. He doesn't have to creep that much. He's getting experience, no matter what. But it's not as fast, it's not as efficient, and it's not as high level. Let's compare the gold. Almost twice the gold! And Chaemiko is on tier 3. Chaemiko got the knights. Chaemiko got the gyros. Holy Hellhausen. But you're never safe. You're never safe against Happy. Ballsy move. And now Chaemiko, is Weathered the Storm the right description here? Because he didn't have to weather anything. He was the storm. Chaemiko, lots of gold. Oh, this army is getting trapped. Needs a Zappelin. Happy has no whip yet. And he gets the zap. And only the water elemental gone. Item, belt. Okay-ish. And we get a distraction tank. Plus gyros against destroyers. Plus knights against the fiends. But Happy is getting into banshees. And that is still the big question. How do you deal with banshees when there's more than 3 that can use possession? And now Chaemiko uses his bank. He still has 1k. He can go into 80 in pretty much no time, right? I feel like he needs mortars. He definitely needs items. He needs staffs as soon as possible. Has to realize Happy has no destroyer here. Happy's vision is amazing. And the knights are trying to get... Oh my god, very good block. But micro was never the problem for Chaemiko. Will someone make a mistake here? Has to use the staff on the pally very early on. Happy is just slaughtering the poor guy. Stays in range, can use it at any time and uses it early. Mountain King levels are a problem. Definitely a problem. And if Chaemiko should be this aggressive, I'm not too sure. Gyro scouting things out. Where are the tanks? Here are the tanks. And Happy has a fiend on patrol. Happy has web up. Happy got 4-3 heroes. Meat wagon coming. He sees this tank play right away. Chaemiko needs to creep. Like, power creep as fast as you can. And that's also, of course, a problem with the Chaemiko style. You're not creeping your MK. You're not creeping your Paladin. And Paladin was stuck at the castle for a long time. And he continues to go into tanks.
Are under attack.
And here we go. The Fiend is so ready. The Fiend is the most ready Fiend in the history of this game. And what now? That's 2 wasted tanks. That is 6 wasted gyros. The tanks can't attack anything. The gyros can't attack anything. And creep speed isn't great with a couple of knights. Oh, can he slide in a gyro to trigger the web and then drop the tanks? Chaemiko, this is such a beautiful play. Happy will probably not do this. Wow, surround on this one here. Okay, he did exactly that. And now we go into the Haunted Gold Mine. But Happy TPs immediately. This gives Chaemiko the necessary time to go for the north. And there's the Warsong Battle Drums. And Happy has to be ready. That is, of course, a nice way to get usage
Forces are under attack.
out of gyros. And we are getting quad workshops. This is something I've seen the last time. Probably 2019. The Great Fortitude versus TH series. Game for third. Lasts for 3 hours. Happy is 5-4. No silence. Only dual hero. And Chaemiko is going up to 100 supply. He has 2,400 gold. This is a glimpse. This is a nice glimpse of what you can expect. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the global finals. Oh, wow. Dodges the coil to get the level 3. These are the moves you need when Happy is the one on the receiving end of exactly this. But possession comes in, and he doesn't have the necessary staffs yet. That is a risk for the heroes, for the knights. And we have an undead knight now. How do you fight this? What do you do? Was that the one mistake? MK is trying to clap his way out. Staff ready. And Devotion Aura. Divine Shield. He's towering up this expansion. You got a tank here, not even attacking. Another tank here. Another tank here. What is this play by Chaemiko? If I'm X-Lord, I'm kind of scared now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is he collapsing from all different sides? Not yet, right? Cloud against towers. Is that necessary? Probably against the slow. But Happy is finding the tanks. He's the kryptonite of the Easter Bunny. He finds them all. All the Easter eggs. And he knows he needs this Pally level 3. He just needs this Pally level 3. And by the way, if this is just a glimpse of what we get this weekend, once again, good luck to the Observer at DreamHack. I'm casting this game for 13 years and it's still very, very rough to follow what these guys are doing right now. Tokotronic, thank you for the sub. Happy is a master at finding these. Destroyer, of course, is flying ahead, scouting this out. You got Watch Awards, Acolytes are scouting. He does this well. He knows this is what it's about. And spreading the tanks across the map. I'm not too sure if that's the best usage. He still has 2 here. He got 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7. Here we go again. Anti-magic, the Knight of Happy is blocking, and Chaemiko feels forced to go into the TP, trying to do as much damage as possible with the Stormbolt, gets the Banshee, but Happy is pushing. When do you ever see Happy pushing? And why not? What can Chaemiko do? He can go for tanks, and just more tanks. And Happy is here to eat them all.
The town is under siege. A player's
How is this guy finding the right answer every single time? Without castle, there's no tanks. Oh, he's not able to break it though. Has to respond. Chaemiko trying to find an opening. Very aggressive. Goes for this Archmage. TP traded. But there's also damage done. Oh, not enough, I guess. Zap down. Tanks down. Guys, we're in for a long final. You better buckle up. Cancels the tanks again. 2,400 gold. How much gold is remaining actually? 2,300? 2,300. Double Fiend constantly. Like, neither of the player will ever fight with his full army. Fiends are stuck in the main. Ghouls, of course, always stuck in the main. Is this the big collapse? 2 tanks here. 3, 4. Oh my god, this is so many of them. Archmage in trouble, getting nuked. Chaemiko uses Clap to slow down the army. But when is it time to collapse, actually? Archmage is kind of low. Ghouls are constantly fighting. It seems like now. It seems like now. He's coming from every single angle. And is Happy ready to defend. Double Meat Wagon. 2-0 upgrades. Ghouls immediately plugging these holes. Archmage is ready, but just with Water Elementals, he's trying to take out the Meat Wagons. This is the push that Chaemiko is working for 21 minutes. Archmage dead, but it's not about the hero anymore. It's just about the building. But is it really about the tier 3 tech, about the Black Citadel? He can't even attack from all sides because there's just so much repair, and Happy is just so ready. But can he withstand this pressure? Chaemiko is dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping in supply, but he finally gets the no way. Black Citadel, okay, but at what cost? This cost every single tank. This means, of course, no potion no more. But what else, really? Yeah, thank you for the thank you for the sub. 1 year. Beautiful map. Is it new? Heard a very, very skilled map maker did this. This is only gyros. This is only a hawk. Chaemiko's army is non-existent.
A player's forces are under attack.
Jesus Christ, this must be the biggest drop in armies. Oh my god. This drop there. Sick. But Chaemiko was banking for this. It's a sacrifice he's willing to make. Will this work? Again. This is another TP probably. He does get more staffs online, but he has to go for another base, does he not? Mr. Knupperquakes in chat, of course. When the tanks are calling and we get 80 supply tanks, you gotta be here. All right. And again, yellow dots all across the map. Once again, the question: when is he collapsing?
Town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Second necropolis. He's rebuilding that necropolis. But I doubt he's gonna get it done. Cloud on the tower, so there's no slow. Once again, Archmage is just the center of attention. And he's trying to get rid of that meat wagon. Do you prevent meat wagons? Yeah, right? Do you? If a slaughterhouse is already up, trying to get this Archmage to the last possible position. Going for the narrow tower. Archmage in trouble. Always Holy Light. He might be sacrificing. Yo, the staff wasn't on cooldown. Gotta be careful. Damage done. But once again, the question, was it enough? Happy is losing tons and tons and tons of ziggurat. This base is wide open. And these 4 tanks were a little too late to the party. An incredible game. 24 minutes. Anybody had enough of this yet? I didn't. I don't, rather. We have a Griffin transition, a tiny one. Darkwing Duck, thank you for the sub. This is the first time that Chaemiko, after such a push, doesn't have the biggest bank anymore because the main, the expansion is empty. The main only has 1,000. Chaemiko is holding on mining already. And Happy is everywhere. 3 claws on the lich. Freaking Beast has, of course, the ultimate in this kind of situations. Can always be stopped. Divine Shield ready. He knows if he's getting Colonel Nova now, that's a real threat. But is he just dead? Ooh, potion necessary. Gets it last second, but I don't think it's enough. It's not enough. Pally falling. And how will this play work when you don't have the Pally for your Archmage? Or did he just bait the army far enough away? I don't think so. He's portaling already. Archmage will probably be portaling as well, or just sacrifice himself for the greater good. He's he's not getting damage done. He can't take out these meat wagons in time. Oh, now he can! With the slaughterhouse gone. How much value can you get out of these tanks? Happy knows where they are. Pally takes 100 seconds. Warsong battle drums gone. That shows you what it takes. This is Chaemiko kinda losing the game. 3 tanks found! Oh no! Is he using that time to once again... Like, Happy has no town portal this time. You can't stop 5 tanks at the same time. Shades of Johnny Cage vs. Axlord from DreamHack Fall. Level 7. This is insane. This is... Of course, I don't know. Is that actually too great? I don't know if that has value, because you can't resurrect tanks. Stormbolt trying to flee. Staff is ready. It's all about the tanks. It's all about the tanks. It's all about the buildings. I don't think Happy has an Acolyte hidden somewhere. But Chaemiko is dropping down to 50. And there's still a lot of undead base. I think Chaemiko... That's his last breath. What else can he do? What else can he do? 3-2 tech tanks. And it's not enough. Happy's still not mined out. Happy is... we are at 27 minutes and Happy's not mined out. Shows you how much pressure there was. And now what? Now effing what? He uses anti-magic on these acolytes so they can't be clapped holy lighted. Holy litten? This is epic! But how can Chaemiko still win this? He got 2 more tanks. That is his last production. Happy has no income either.
A player's forces are under attack.
In a base race, Death and Decay is real good, but the cooldown is kinda big.
The town is under siege.
Is that working? Archmage again, big trouble. But this time, the Paladin is here. The tanks are not with the army, though. Oh, wow, Holy Light just in time. Needs to get closer to this pally. Cooldown is off. The arm was already in motion, was it not? He has a coil. Archmage stopped leveling like 15 minutes ago or something. And there's no mana anymore. Staff needs it. The coil was already in the air because he baited it. Because he's that damn good. Mountain King, this might be the end of him though. There's one more Holy Light. But he nukes it and Chaemiko taps out. Epic 30-minute game. But Happy takes it again. And this is where you start to think, like, how do I break this guy? How could I possibly break this guy if not like this? How is he finding answers to something that you haven't seen in 2+ years? And how do you have the perfect answer to everything for 30 minutes straight? This is so insane. Crazy strat by Chaemiko. Not sure if you should reveal this already. I guess X-Lord is probably gonna go Dreadlord, Cryptlord anyway. So tanks might not be as good against that. Tanks can always break your defense. If you don't do the correct move and you lose an Acolyte too much and you don't get the income somehow. Tanks can break you at any point. If you don't have a TP ready, if you don't have the necessary staffs ready. But man, when Chaemiko was going for that Zeppelin drop, how he got the Fiend there perfectly, how the Necro is already there, then Chaemiko comes up with a new trick pretty much on the fly with the Gyro. And Happy is ready for that too. How hard can you try? Okay, we go up to match points for Happy. ESL Cup number 83 in 95 editions. One map away. We need an epic turnaround. The next map is very unique, is not that discovered yet. It's Shallow Grave. And just feels like Happy got his number, but oh my god, is Chaemiko playing real well. Was there any, like, if there was anybody denying that Chaemiko is the hope for human in the DreamHack, screw you. Holy shit. What now? This map is a lot bigger. A lot bigger. Can he still do it here? Expo is still very much doable. Can he play the same style? But on a bigger map, find new ways where Happy can't find him? This might be the very, very last map of the European ESL Open Cups, everybody. 1 year, 9 months. Might come to an end here. Would be kind of cool to see it on the latest map, on the newest map, on Shallow Grave. To just see how far we've come. We went back to classic graphics. We introduced Zoom. We built our own servers. We built this fancy new overlay. We built new maps. This scene can be proud of a lot. Just to put that out here. Prior to the maybe last map.
A town is under siege.
Footman scouting, happy with a nice lightning shield. People figured this out for sure. Wow, all this is a disaster.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is already a disaster because this is level 2 for the DK. Okay, maybe Chaemiko is getting a little tired here at this point. It was an exhausting game too. And if the Sasquatch is not going to this Archmage, then this might be the end. But there's a coil. How are you supposed to do it? Yeah, Pendant this time goes to the Archmage. He got claws as well. But level 2 point, what is it? 2.3. Insane. Just insane. Did he steal some more? Death Knight got 2. Okay. I thought maybe a skeleton or something. But yeah, that footman kill is not supposed to happen. That footman kill can't happen. I mean, you don't expect this madman to go for 3 units around because he's the only one person in the history of this planet to ever do it. But against Happy, you have to think of stuff like that. And you can't lose footies like that to give him level 2. Because now, all the shots you fire at him will be replenished at some point. And the longer he hangs around, the more skeleton he rises, the more coils he throws, and the more dominant he appears. This is the roughest map by far so far. Happy got a level. From the 3 units around to now, Happy got a level. And the tech is running as fast as everything was at Tidehunters. This is just the opposite. And it's really funny that the human map picks were their worst maps. And Happy's map pick was his worst map so far. But okay, we can probably consolidate. But if you're up against match points, against this player who is 200 ELO points, not MMR on War 3 champion, ELO points ahead of the second best player in the world. You can't allow this. Lich, Slaughterhouse, Archmage Chase. And this time Chaemiko, I mean, is he trying to go for the aggressive again? He stole boots, he stole staff, so not the staff, but boots. Not too sure. I think if you want to die for the undead base, you rather go for the staff, as you know now that Happy's tech was so fast, he did so much damage, the timing is just gone. But Shouldn't this all be a little faster? 6 minutes 40. No tech, no nothing. Double racks again. Lich items not as crazy as they were before, but it's also a whole different game. It's a pretty big tier 2 commitment, I think. And since the tech is not finished yet, since there is no defend yet, I can see why. Just charge up for this tier 2 push and try to end it. Like, he can tech behind this now. Oh. Ah, okay. He was going for something. Now queued it. But he's just destroying Chaemiko at the moment. Who is buying time for the towers. And now got tier 2 finally. He can't tech. Oh my god. His tier 3 tech is so late. He's not going for a tier 3 tech though. He's going for rifles. Another different approach. There was a farm wall. That's gone. Now there's a footman wall. That's a wall E, I guess. This was a blade approach at some point. Just go for as many rifles as fast as you can. And Blade won with that once. Kolnova ready now. Mana management perfect, so it's ready at the same time. Chaemiko needs lumber ASAP. Things get a little easier with long rifles. And that's finished now too. A very different approach by Chaemiko. From ultimate late game tier 3. No, you can't lose that again! Not like on concealed. Oh, the pressure. Even using the statues for this extra tiny bit of damage. Chaemiko's losing more resources, but he holds the tower. Holds the ford. But Chaemiko needs so much lumber.
A player's forces are under attack.
Rebuild the wall. He got, what is it, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, decent lumber worker count. And Happy pulls back. And as so often against also a foggy or in general in the Night Elf matchup, every second you earn against Happy is half a victory. Or should feel like half a victory. You're not dead yet. You're fighting. And oh boy, is Chaemiko fighting. So, now some mercs. Maybe added to this army. Scroll of the Beast can be incredible. Maybe. Get a Dark Ranger third here for the first time after Dual Hero and Pit Lord earlier. Chaemiko trying to power creep for that level 3 MK. Even pulling the Archmage away, he needs solo experience because Happy is knocking on his door. Has to use something, I guess. Heal Scroll, Invo Potion, Boots, of course, not the perfect drop, but he needs to TP now and he has to hold. Tower is gone. How many skeletons can enter? How good is this? Scroll of the Beast immediately. Nova hitting, but it's not hitting that hard. Chaemiko is firing from all cylinders. Slight supply lead, but of course every single dead unit is a hard counter to these rifles, and that's why we got the Dark Ranger, and that's why we got the Black Arrow, and that's why this push is gonna be hella scary for Chaemiko. He could crumble here. He could lose the grand final here, or he could stay alive. Needs some Dispel, but there is no upgrade. He has to wait a couple of seconds. Dark Ranger is dead. Okay, level 4. Big levels. The coil is there. There's more mana. Rifles are falling. Reveal would be amazing. There's a sentry ward, actually. He deals with this guy. He's the Archmage. Little out of position. Dodges the coil with an invul potion. Oh my god. Militia coming into the battle now as the Dark Ranger is gone. I think he was holding them back on purpose to not feed them to the Dark Ranger and end up in like 6 to 7 skeletons. And Chaemiko seemingly holding again for now. Ooh, he got that coil at gunpoint and he still dodged it. That was sick. But Happy is still getting some pickups here and there thanks to Coiled Nova, thanks to statues. Dark Ranger back, only level 1. But Happy pulling back again. Problem is, Chaemiko stays on tier 2. There's not gonna be the big upgrades that we're used to seeing. Not gonna be the Knights. Not gonna be Inner Fire. He needs just a crazy mass, but Happy is just exploding with his damage. These spells so sick. Coil, Nova everywhere, and he needs mass, but he's at 50. That's it. Is that it? Clap level 2. Interesting choice. Can't reach for the next statue. One statue is empty already. Do we have another ward? Yep, with that he gets the Fiend kill. We need more production. New rounds of production. More rifles everywhere. Every single time. Oh, but the Nova are hitting way too hard. Feels like the units are too clumped up. That shouldn't be happening. Only one priest remaining, and that means no dispel, and that means skeletons galore. Plus the water elementals will be countered by this destroyer. You can't really reach the back line. And what do you do next? The Mountain King has an absurd amount of mana as well, but do you see how fast Happy is with that coil? It's insane. Mana potion again, but double level ups. 5 and 3, and Chaemiko taps out. GG. Forever reigning is the Emperor Ava. Chaemiko coming all the way from Seoul to Stockholm didn't help him. Did not help him. Happy will reign forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. And you know what? It wasn't even that close. Chaemiko pushed him to the limit, but he never got a map. That's what I mean. It wasn't this epic 5-mapper. And I think Happy was facing a big challenge here, but it didn't look like he was too challenged. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, it must have been ultra hard to defend the tanks on Tidehunters. But it was this null on Concealed and the Footman on Shallow Grave that were big points in the early stages of the game. And if you give the undead something in the early stages of a game, they snowball hard. And that didn't work. Conditions don't get much better than this. I was hoping a little bit for more Asians to join this. But Focus, Lucy, Moon, Remind, still in the plane. Lawlight, Soin, not to sign up. Big story here. Sock eliminated by Sonic. That was quite something. And man, Happy is looking super scary. On the other hand, Chaemiko, every other undead Every other undead, especially like on map 2, he destroys. With that tank play. Nobody is ready for this tank play. And I gotta wonder, I gotta question if it was a mistake to show this strat. This is an absurd statistic. All these 95 cups. 83 wins. 86 finals. This guy missed less than 10 grand finals of a weekly cup in the span of 2 years. This is madness. It is madness. But it absolutely is. And that's the end, everybody. This is ESL Cup Europe. Happy ends this on 83 victories. Europe was never conquered once. Happy held the fort, Foggy held the fort, and if these guys were absent, we had played 28 finals, or 32 finals for Foggy, 26 finals for Hawk. At least he got one victory. Blade 2 wins, Terror 1 win, Spiral 1 win, Craft 1 win, Please 1 win. But yeah. You don't take the ESL Cups away from us. Welcome to Europe, Chaemiko. Chaemiko was fighting like a freaking lion, though. And maybe he's the one learning from this more. But usually Happy, whenever you show him a strategy, he either defeats the first time already, or the second time immediately. Freaking crazy. So this was just a glimpse, and I think we saw from creativity and strategies, from execution, from how people responded to each other's challenges, just what we can expect on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. DreamHack Global Finals, $130,000, the biggest Warcraft tournament of all time to conclude the ESL Reforged era. 16 players, 4 groups. It's gonna be epic. Was super cool to share the final moments of these ESL Cup thingies with you. And you sharing them with me. We will never forget Foggy's first victory over Happy, that is for sure. That's written in the history books. We'll never forget the failed attempts, especially the tower push one on Twisted. All the early rounds when we thought we curse side, and then he broke through, and then we thought we curse Armin and Hippo, and then he broke through. The one time Armin almost beat Happy. It's incredible. That was a good time. Good time Mondays. 3 cups, probably 12 hours of Warcraft a day with Asia and America. And America is yet to come. But America wasn't as dominated as others. I mean, of course, there was Hitman with a lot of cups, but it's only 22 compared to 84. And America was conquered already with Mikael, with Kraft, with Todd, So and Sock, Thunder, Shake. Oh no, not Shake. But yeah. I saw though that a lot of gym people signed up for the Americas. And this is gonna be good. Just celebrate yourself, NA. 21 players, I guess there's more. Cosmocast for you. We got Angry Korea Man in, we got Baron in, we got Colorado in, Brick Boys in, Epitaph Raven, Floss 2 times daily, Forks the Brazilian caster, Lacker, Mexican Hitman. 1, 2. So go sign up for the Americas. If you're up in, 3 hours, then go do it. Conquer America one last time, Europe. Oh yeah. The Happy Cups are over. The ice cream money is out. And we'll see. What else? Is there anything? We still have weekly cups. I think that's the most important thing. Today, you all signed up in masses. We got a full bracket of 64. We had so many cool moments in this cast. I killed a bear. Wait a minute. Boom! I killed a bear. And then we had Q-Bird's run, defeating Kevin's side. Had a hell of a game against Hawk. So use it. Use the spirit. Sign up on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays for the 4-player cups. They're listed everywhere. Liquipedia, Warcraft 3.info, our homepage, everywhere. Sign up. We need sign up numbers for 4 players to continue them. We have 3 weekly cups. That's a blessing. That's a gift. Let's cherish it. And let's take care of it. That it stays that way, hopefully, throughout 2022. While this is the end of the weekly cups, we have more content, of course. W3IL is going hella strong. Probably the best season of W3IL, just from the lineups, and we had a very good day 1 yesterday. We get a Nations League in 2022, in early 2022, and probably China is producing some content as well. We'll probably come up with something. Okay, catching up with chat. That's kinda sweet. Was just watching for the casting, not for the winners. Thank you so much for the great ESL Cups. Thanks for the amazing cast. Thank you. All right. As I said earlier in the cast before, we were here before ESL, and we will be here after ESL. And with that, I'm off to Sweden. See you Thursday.